Hello, fellow happy campers, and thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. This is Lazy Dog's RV, and today I popped into town to run a couple of errands, and silly me, I picked up a couple of things, perishables, that need to go in the fridge. Now, for those of you in a stick house, this is not a problem. For those of you who have an RV fridge, this is a problem. So today, whether I like it or not, I will have to, yes, photobomb. There we go. Let's just get it out of the way. Right off the hop, the feathered felon is loose, and she is supervising me cleaning out the fridge and playing fridge Tetris. Now, the freezer is respectable. I haven't done anything nasty to it lately, and I'm working on cleaning it out. But first thing I gotta do is shut this silly thing off. There, I just heard it go clunk, so the propane has been shut off. Okay. So, I do have video footage of me installing this, and if you would like to see it, drop me a comment in the below, and I will see about putting together a video on what I did and how I did this, because it got complicated. Anyway, very pretty, love it, don't regret it. It was a stupid amount of work, but it was cheap, because this is 3/16 tongue and groove pine that I picked up on clearance. And I think it was like $11. I know. So it took some fidgeting, as you can see along the edges here, because I had to use my oscillating tool to cut these things so they could all slide in from the top all the way down, and had to account for the handles. It got way more complicated. Shut the camera off numerous times just so I could swear my face off without having any evidence. Anyway, so what we are doing at the moment is, this is technically an 8 cubic foot refrigerator. It runs both gas and propane, and apparently it's really stinking full. So, first things first, we're going to take everything out of it. Trust me, I am a master at fridge Tetris at this point. So, I have complete confidence in my ability to make this look really pretty and organized. But if you were ever curious how much you could possibly fit in an RV fridge, this is the answer to that question. I will keep you updated as this progresses. Okay, so I do this on purpose. This is an 18 count egg carton, but I only buy my eggs by the dozen. So when I buy a new dozen, I have enough room for whatever's left from the last dozen. Now, fridges, RV fridges, want to be within 3 degrees of completely dead level. I will be honest, I did not achieve 3 degrees within dead level when I set up my parking spot. Okay, technically the top shelf is not supposed to be used. So you can see, maybe you can see, I don't know, can you see that there is ice buildup on the fins? Not a lot, but enough. And this is the melting tray, because, you know, RV fridges are not self-defrosting. But, so long as you've got the ventilation space in the back, okay, then technically you should be good. This rig originally came with a 7 cubic foot refrigerator, which was pooched, so 7 cubes were not, they've been discontinued. Dematic doesn't make them anymore. I could go with a 6 or I could go with an 8. So being a full-time liveaboard, I elected to go full-time liveaboard who loves to cook. Okay, I went with the 8 cube. So that meant having to modify this whole cupboard. There you go. There's my OCD. My canisters. Okay, so anyway, alright. See this? Don't judge me, okay? Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm going to give it a little bit of a clean, and I guess maybe if I grab a measuring tape, you can actually see how big an 8 cubic foot refrigerator is. Hang on. Okay, so what is it? Inside dimension, give or take. We're gonna call that 20 inches. Okay, and then absolute, let's do this somewhere easy. Absolute front to back. What does that say? Well, it says 15, but there's no way you're using 15 because that little wrinkle there is where the door shelf will come in. So we've got 10 and a half. So, yeah. And what's the height, since we're here? So just 36 3/4. Okay. I will crack out a calculator and I will figure out what that is in cubic feet. But yeah, this was sold to me as an 8 cube. So, and then this, oh, Lord love the duck, or the bird, because she's very curious as to why all the food's on the counter. So I'm going to call that 18 inches wide. So that would make sense because it's going to have an extra bit of insulation all the way around. And what does that say? 13 inches tall. And that is max right here where the door insets on it. And again, there we go. About 10.5 inches where the door meets in with that. So that's, I'm curious to know whether usable cubic footage versus marketable cubic footage. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to give this a bit of a go over, and I will update you how this works. Or not. but I'm a master at fridge Tetris. I'm really good at this game. If you ever need help organizing a very small space, I'm your gal. Okay, stay tuned. Oh, and since you're here and you're waiting on me, like, comment, and subscribe, please. All these things help me out. I would really like to make this channel successful so we can build a bit of a community about those of us who either really love the whole living the dream of living in an RV off-grid, and those of us who actually are, ooh, are we living the dream there, folks? No. We're living on the edge, because if you ain't living on the edge, you're just taking up too much room. Anyway, hold that happy thought. I'll be back with you. Okay, so I did the math, and 35.5 inches by 10.5 inches by 20 inches comes out to 74.55, and that's cubic inches. Okay. Because I didn't believe my own math, then I of course drop it into Google, and Google agrees. That is a whopping 4.314 cubic feet of fridge space. Now, I'm going to pan this, and there is going to be some RV techie that is going to panic over how much stuff. Yes, really, I just took all of this out of the fridge, and yes, I really had room left over. So now I'm going to reorganize it and put it all back in, and see, nice and clean, defrosted. Okay, everything totally empty. Start the stopwatch. Okay, I'll be right back with you. Thanks. Oh, since you're sitting and waiting for me, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Ciao. Okay, and just as an amusing side note here, if you watch the video on this little pocket power pack thing that I had bought, now it's standing beside a tall boy. So that's how little it is. Yes, that is dill pickled flavored beer. I haven't been brave enough in 2 years to open that can. That's how long it's been in my fridge. But I have been assured that it is really good. Anyway, so let's put this away. This is the final go. And so all of that stuff that you saw that was on my counter before, yeah, I didn't say it was graceful. I said that it would work. Anyway, all that stuff that was on my counters, it all fit back in 4.13? Okay, cubic feet. So all of that, and yep, there's the bird. And just for the record, this is 7 feet long. So that was 7 square feet worth of my breakfast bar that was completely covered, in addition to the counter, and it's all in how you stack it, babe. Anyway, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for having a visit with me, and I think it's beer o'clock. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But for now, cheers.